stolen hair extensions, banned lightsabers, and SGA candidate interviews coming up live on your campus news. Good afternoon, I'm Lindsay Harrison. Welcome to Campus News. Today, our featured story is on our SGA candidates, and our interviewer, Yvette Matthews, got the one-on-one exclusive interviews. Now we go to Yvette for your interview.
And our first candidate is, you may know him well from his catchphrase, "You're fired," and is no longer being in charge of the Miss Universe pageant. Come on out, Donald. Mr. Trump, if elected, how are you going to delegate effectively?
Well, I would make everybody else do the work. Once again, with me as an exception. I'm a genius and I'm rich. I can pay for everyone else to do everything for me. Having perfect delegation and perfect equalness, equality. That's that Hillary again, thinking on my ear.
Well, that answer was very interesting. Next up, how are you going to demonstrate balance?
I would make all the students build a series of walls, and the walls would prevent anybody from being superior or inferior to the others, except for me, for exception. Well, excuse me, Hillary must be danking up my air.
Okay then. Well, Mr. Trump, lastly, how are you going to encourage but not criticize?
Well, you work hard, and if you don't work hard, you go back to where you came from.
Well, thank you, Mr. Trump. When we get back, we'll be hearing from Hillary Clinton on why she feels she should be elected the president.
Today, class, we're going to learn about how Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492.
Columbus? Oh my God, what are we in, like elementary school? I thought we were in college. Who hears about Columbus?
Here, Steve, eat a Snickers.
Why?
Because you're not you when you're hungry.
Better.
Welcome back to Campus News, everyone. Up next, we have our next candidate, Hillary Clinton.
Hello, hello.
So, Hillary, if elected into office, how are you going to demonstrate balance?
Well, I think the best way to demonstrate balance is to use both my Trojan email and my personal email. So that way everybody feels like they can contact me and everybody will have the right news.
That sounds like a good answer to me, Hillary. So, Hillary, for your next question, if elected as SGA president, how are you going to encourage but not criticize?
Well, what difference at this point does it make? I'm going to win anyway.
Don't you all just love Hillary Clinton, everyone? And your last question of the day, Hillary, is how are you going to delegate effectively if elected?
Well, when I become SGA president, the student body will be my minions.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Hillary Clinton.
Thank you, Yvette. Your local weather coming up next on Campus News. Welcome back to Campus News. I'm Cheryl Whitman. We now go to Ryan with your weather forecast.
Sunny!
And last up for SGA candidate is Stacey Bird.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, Stacey. If elected SGA president, how are we going to demonstrate balance?
I would demonstrate balance by keeping my personal and professional life separate. I would make sure to have enough time to do my SGA duties, but also keep that separate from my school duties.
Well, that sounds like a good answer to me, Miss Bird. Okay, Miss Bird, so your next question is, if elected SGA president, how are you going to encourage but not criticize?
As SGA president, it's very important for the student body to know that they have a voice too. So I would be there to listen to them and encourage them to speak up and give me their opinion as well.
Well, I like that answer, and I'm sure everyone else will also. Okay, Miss Bird, your last question is, if elected, how are you going to delegate effectively?
I think it's very important to have committees and to delegate the responsibility evenly throughout those committees. I think it's important to have a committee for event planning, political stuff. I think it's very important to have a committee for everything that's happening on campus, and then the responsibility is spread out and not all on one person.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we heard it here on Campus News First. We'll have a president coming soon. Well, that's all we have time for tonight. I'm Yvette, signing off.
Students always wonder, what kind of leader should I vote for? I'm here to tell you that a good leader is someone who knows how to demonstrate balance, delegate effectively, and encourage, not criticize. The student body needs someone who can balance their everyday life with the many duties that come with being SGA president, a person who knows how to handle responsibility. The student body needs someone who can delegate effectively, someone who will recognize their own strengths and the strengths of others and use those strengths for the betterment of the student body. And lastly, the student body needs someone who will be an encourager and not a criticizer. They will encourage every person on campus. I, Stacy Bird, am that person. I will be the voice for the student body, and I will be the leader we need. I'm Stacy Bird, and I approve this message.